So there's a lot of people out there who are struggling to maintain a healthy lifestyle. What do you say to them, or what can you share with them? It's kind of like maybe like just a little starter's guide of, hey, I'm going to go to the grocery store. Like, what should they avoid? What should they purchase? What can they kind of, what should they look for? Where do they start? Because so many people just lack the knowledge and the education, the experience of going down the aisle at a grocery store and ensuring that they walk out with something that's nourishing to them and can help sustain them long term.
If you're wanting to start a healthy lifestyle and you're just looking for like quick pointers, like let's be very practical here and dumb it down and, where do I start? I'll talk about a few things. One, ingredients, and then two, just practically meals that you can make and eat. Ingredients, to keep it very simple. If you're reading an ingredient list and it's more than, let's just say, 4 or 5, it's probably not good. Like if you're getting a can of beans and there's like 10 ingredients, I'm just going to say it does not make sense. So I think first looking at ingredients, a can of beans should hopefully be beans, water, maybe salt. If you want to be really healthy, I would get beans with no salt. So that's something to look at, things like rice. You can get rice where you look at the ingredient and it's rice or organic rice. And you can get other packages of rice that is like rice-a-roni or things like that. And it's got, again, like 10, 20 ingredients. So just keep that in mind. If you are going to buy anything packaged and it's got a whole lot of ingredients and you don't recognize the titles, it's not a food that you know about. It's processed and it's got some sort of fake additives in it, and you should stay away from that. So ingredients, keep it under hopefully like 3 ingredients, and you want to stick to as many whole foods as possible. Whole foods means an apple, a sweet potato, a head of broccoli, chicken, steak. Like, right? These are foods that are complete. They're by themselves. There's no additives. There's no packaging. If I wanted to start a healthy diet, what I would do and what I would buy is go into the grocery store, hopefully buy everything organic, and I would maybe pick up 2 avocados, maybe pick up some wild salmon, maybe pick up brown rice, maybe a can of beans, maybe some apples. Maybe I do, if you eat dairy, try to get organic. Greek yogurt is the best, or coconut yogurt, and maybe some organic eggs. And if you really, really, really love bread, sourdough is great, and just look for a sourdough that has very minimal ingredients. Okay, so from all these things, we can make half of an avocado with your cooked salmon. Maybe you just throw it in the oven with some olive oil and lemon, and you've got your salmon, avocado, and maybe you just make a bunch of rice that's going to last you a whole week. So you just have a complete meal right there that tastes great, not a lot of additives in it. Maybe you use a little olive oil, and it's very healthy. Now moving to our Greek yogurt, you have your Greek yogurt, you can chop up some apples, and then maybe you have 2 eggs on the side. Again, very healthy, sustainable, very easy breakfast. You had to put yogurt in a bowl and add some apples and make 2 eggs. If you really want to get fancy, you can make a ton of hard-boiled eggs for the week. You have your can of beans. Maybe you picked up some lettuce. You also have your avocado. Maybe you have some extra salmon. Throw it all together and eat it. Like, I'm very practical in that sense of, I do think when you're buying good quality, everything tastes really great. And your taste buds may have to adjust initially, but eventually eating whole foods is going to taste great to you. So I think if you're feeling overwhelmed and you don't know where to start with just as simple as possible. Make a little list, buy 2 different types of meat, buy a grain, buy 2 or 3 fruits, buy some avocados, and you can make that last a whole week.
How do people get more educated on which ingredients they should be ingesting into their body?
I think the main thing to think about with knowing what ingredients to inject, with which the main thing with knowing which ingredients to ingest is no seed oils. I mean, most people know that at this point. Most dairy is just not good for you unless you're going to do raw dairy. Gluten affects a lot of people. High sodium affects a lot of people. Your best bet is buying fruits, vegetables, potatoes if you can have it, grass-fed meats.
You can have sweet potatoes.
You can have, sweet potatoes are so much better than regular potatoes. So, but that's what I would say. If you don't know what ingredients to buy, just don't buy anything packaged. It's that simple.
So doesn't that leave you essentially basically just with farmers markets and buying directly from the people who are actually growing the food?
No, like you can go into a lot of grocery stores and buy fruits, vegetables, potatoes, maybe some grains. I mean, you're pretty safe with most grains, and meat if you eat it, and fish. So you don't have to go to a farmer's market, but you will get better quality at farmer's markets. And depending which farmer's market you go to, oftentimes they're actually cheaper than grocery stores. So that's definitely a really great option.